Okay, after that heartbreak of that unending loop in the last battle of Waterloo and Wavre, I've decided to restart it, and let's hope we don't run into the same situation. In most games you don't, but in this game we did. So I am playing the British and Prussians. The game's artificial intelligence is playing the French. The French are moving now, and the game has just started. It's June 18th, 1815, 11 a.m. This is the first out of 62 moves. We have heavy mud, which means movement is doubled. Artillery fire is down to 30% effectiveness, and musketry is down to 50%. And as I said, the French are moving. I'm going to turn on map elevations, and I'm going to turn off objectives because they get in the way at this point. So we're starting a new game. We'll see how this one goes. We're playing with fog of war, so you can only see what your units see. So this is all I can see of the French army, but it's a lot bigger than this. And of course I can see all the British army because I'm the British player. So there's probably nothing to be discerned from this first move because the movement costs are double. So units are not going to be moving very far. Oh, where's this? He's got a mounted unit way out where the Prussians are. That's interesting. Yeah, I can't. I'm giving up controlling the map. While the French are moving, basically the AI player controls the map. And if there's a pause between it using moving units, sometimes you can move the map to look at something, but then it takes it over immediately so that it snaps back to AI. So it's not really worth trying to look at anything because AI controls the map. So you can see that this hourglass, this yellow hourglass is evidence of AI moving, and it's almost continuous. I mean, every once in a while there's a pause, but it's like for 2 seconds. And this is a huge battle because not the biggest one. The biggest one was the Battle of Leipzig, and that was the biggest one in modern history until World War One. I think the Battle of the Somme was bigger. But this is a pretty big one because you've got both the Prussian and French and British armies on one battlefield, and it's a small battlefield. Okay, Allied defensive fire. I'm not going to have any because I'm way too far away. I've got to remember I'm the Allies here. French offensive fire. He's too far away too. Okay. Allied movement. Now I have to do both the British and the Prussians. Now these guys I'm pretty sure are fixed. Whoa! They aren't fixed? Well, that's great news. Last time they were fixed. I don't know, sometimes maybe that's a die roll. Well, that strengthens my right wing considerably. Okay. Well, let's see. My left flank is really short of artillery. Now we're in the chateau here with the battalion in line, which is great. That's good news. Now we've got a village here, which I'm going to occupy with these skirmishers. Skirmishers are really tough to kill. I mean, just you can shoot at them, and yeah, you'll cause casualties, but very few. Even if they're right in front of an artillery battery, they're not going to take many casualties. And the reason is because, well, two reasons. First of all, they're so spread out. I mean, they're in a loose formation. Maybe it could be 20, 30 feet between men. So if you shoot a volley, I mean, at 30 feet apart, who are you going to hit? And second, that they take cover behind everything. An infantry battalion in this game stood shoulder to shoulder out in the open, firing. That's how they fired en masse. Whereas these skirmishers, they hid in a ditch, they hid behind tree trunks, they hid behind tree stumps, farm equipment, anything. So that's why they're really tough to get rid of. I mean, they're not much in battle. They're not going to seriously cause casualties, but they're just tough to get rid of. All right, let's see what we're going to do here. Well, move this guy. Into that village. Now, let me see where this... Was I dreaming? I guess I was dreaming. Where the hell are the Prussians? Oh, here they are. Wait a minute. Where's the rest of them? Well, that's interesting. Here's that Frenchie. Wow, this is an earlier scenario from the last one I played that ended on the glitch, because they were a lot more advanced than this. I like this one better because they're grouped out here, but they've already got a Frenchie watching them. So they're grouped around the dial instead of the last time they were all strung out way out to here. Oh, I like this one better. Okay. This is a jump map, and you can see, I don't know if you can see the jump map, maybe you can't, but if you can, I'll explain it real quick. This area in a red circle is what you and I can see on my monitor. My monitor is a 42-inch monitor. The rest of this is we can go to, and you can either scroll to it or you can use the jump map and you just click anywhere and this red square goes to where you click. Now you can see these units in black, they are the Prussians. These units in red, they're the British. These units in blue are the French. And you can't see most of the French army. You can see part of it. So if I want to go somewhere, like back here to the British, I just click on them there. And then the red square will show this screen. So it's a really genius thing for maneuvering around this huge map. And that's the nice thing about these online games. The maps are just huge. So, okay, that's interesting. So we're not starting the same. Well, I can't cross over there. Oh. Okay, this guy's in line, huh? I think we're going to put him in column. Oh, I forgot. Movement's doubled. So that's all he can do. Otherwise, he could move, but I guess with this situation with the ground, which I'm not complaining about because it's going to benefit the British far more than the French at this point. Okay. I'm going to move this skirmisher down here at the head of this pass. Got a supply unit there. Throw the supply unit in the woods. I think he's got like a 4 hex range. Now, this unit is unbelievably weak. It's like a skirmish unit, even weaker. It's only 25 men, and they call this a line unit. This is, for instance, this is 900 men. That's more like it. Now this guy, I'm going to put in column. And if you go in any rough terrain or any kind of terrain and you're in line, you'll disorder. So in order to move in those woods, I have to put myself in column, and then I can put myself in line. So it's going to be a very strong position to fire from, right on the flank of this chateau right here. And it'll control this road. Now we've got some cavalry up here. Hmm. Cavalry will disorder crossing this stream, so they're kind of limited to the crossings. Infantry in column can go across without being disordered, but if they're in line, they'll be disordered crossing a stream. So you got to watch that. And this real dark ridge line is bad shit too, because I think you'll disorder a crossing over it. Well, let's see, what else do I want to do here? We've got another chateau right here that should be occupied. And where's our nearest infantry guy for that? We don't have one. Well, we have this 25 man. There's a skirmisher in there now. Well, we'll move the skirmisher over here. This other weakling, we'll try to move in the chateau. Well, he can only move one hex. Well, this guy here, I'd like to move in the chateau, but I need to cover this area in here. So this deployment here, except for the cavalry, is okay. Let's look in the line here. I need artillery on this line. There's hardly anything here, so I'm going to have to pull it from the left or the right flank. There's too much artillery here and not enough here. Now I want this level 8 elevation on the road is the highest elevation, but it's on the road. And I don't like that because I want at all costs to keep this road open so I can move units around on it. So I'm going to actually select my position on this 7 elevation height. These guys are in line. Well, I guess it doesn't matter in the mud. In this mud, you can only move one hex. In column anyway. So I'll just move them up here in line. But to cross this ridge, I think I have to be in column. This is going to be, oh, I didn't mean to move him. I wanted to move that guy. So we'll just form like a choo-choo train. Skirmishers, huh? Okay, we have La Haye Saint here. We've got a line unit, or we've got a battalion in there deployed in line, which is good. But we want to occupy those forests, those woods hexes. So we'll send the skirmishers down to do that. These things can be a real pain in the ass, but they also can be real useful for occupying key positions. So we've got a battalion there. Now this is a bad position for this artillery because you've got a block hex right there. And this is bad because it's on the road. So my intention is to move this horse artillery in the forest. Let's see, he's unlimbered, of course. So let's limber him up. And that takes his whole movement. Okay. And this guy, I want him limbered up too, because I want to move him down the road here. No. We've got this brigade in purple. Which I'm going to move. Oh, it's in line. Why are these guys in line? It's going to take me a whole turn to put them in column, but that's what I'm going to have to do. Because I want to move them to my left flank. So put the whole brigade in column because they're moving. Now this brigade in red, this brigade in pink is going to occupy the line probably up to here. But I need this height here, these sevens, occupied by a brigade, and it's going to be the reds. And of course the reds are all in line too. So they've got to all go to column. So I don't want units disordered at this point, if I can help it anyway. Usually I do disorder units because I get careless. I always try to limit that, but it doesn't seem to make much difference. I still get careless. We'll try to be less so for this game. Okay, so both of those are in column, which is good. Now this is a nice open ground here. So we've got a cavalry brigade up here. And we've got it goes down to here. This is all one cavalry brigade. Now on the sides, the left sides of the counter, you can see a vertical bar that's in color. This is a real great tool for keeping track of your brigade. So the battalions or regiments of that brigade are in the same color. And you can see these this cavalry brigade here. There's probably a division of 2 brigades. I see the brigade headquarters here. So it's the divisions that are labeled like this. This one is in bright green. You can see this one is red. This one is pink. So you can keep your units together pretty easy. But this open ground is good for cavalry. So we're going to post it on this height. These guys can move 3. Okay, that's exactly half their, I think their full movement is 7. So we're going to put it on the height here, so if any cavalry comes along there, we'll be ready. Oh. Well, actually, it's nice. The mud does not affect the roads. They're dirt roads, so I thought they would. But that's good just when you get off the roads. Okay, we've got horse artillery, which is limbered. That'll be handy. Okay, it's as far as it goes. Look at it, that's a pretty good distance. We're going to detach it from the cavalry because we can use it around these chateaus a lot more effectively. Now I got 2 kinds of cavalry. You've got horse horse artillery and you got foot artillery. The differences in the movement. The horse artillery, the riders ride along with the guns on the horses, whereas foot artillery, they walk. So you can tell it by this cavalry slash. That's foot artillery. This is, I'm sorry, this is horse artillery, and this is foot artillery without the slash. Now the big difference is you can either move or shoot with the foot artillery. The cavalry artillery, you can do both. And believe me, that is a big advantage in the battle. So I just love having horse artillery around because it's so versatile. Okay, so the left flank is kind of in good shape. These guys are all set. These guys are unlimbered. Oh, we've got a skirmisher here. We'll always send those out to block the Frenchies. Now, skirmishers have some interesting characteristics too. There are two types of skirmishers. One type that's created by a battalion of infantry, and the other type where it's like free-standing skirmisher. The ones that are created by an infantry battalion cannot move further than 3 hexes away from that battalion. If it does, or the battalion moves somewhere else, that skirmisher will remain stationary and you can't move it. The other skirmishers, which I assume these ones that are already created, are independents and they can move anywhere. And they are great because you can send those ahead to really screw up the enemy since they're so hard to get rid of. The French ones have to be close within their units, you know, within 3 hexes. But these guys, I think, can move all over the map, which is terrific. So I sent them ahead to hold key situations and to frustrate the French advance because you can't advance through them. You've got to attack them. And they can take a lot of a lot of firepower. And sometimes you can make them rout and run away, but sometimes they'll take the firepower and they'll hold the enemy up for a couple turns. The other really nice thing is because their formation is so spread out, you can shoot through them with artillery. So like that skirmisher right there, I can shoot right through it. And you're not going to hurt the skirmishers, although I would think you would, but in this game you can't. I don't know whether they blow a bugle or something and then they just lay down. Maybe that's it. But anyway, I want to send him forward. So these guys are all set up to here. Okay, what have we got here? No, these guys are in high ground. But this battery, you can see, it can only fire straight ahead. So that's a bad position for artillery. So I want to move that. Now these are high ground. Those are good positions off the road. These are good positions. So this battery can be, oh, there's 2 of them there. They can be removed and sent over here where there aren't enough batteries. So we limber those, and that's it. Now, this yellow division, So we've got that limbered, so we're getting it out of here. It's going to take, God, these guys are all in line. You can't do anything with them in line. They've got to be in column. So we've got to put these guys all in column. That's going to take all the movement. These aren't exactly genius positions. I suppose this is Wellington's deployment. Doesn't seem that good to me. Here's Wellington himself. He's got a 50-man mounted escort. Okay. Okay, so that's it for those guys. Oh, here's the guard in blue. Now, first of all, this is a road that typically the French will take around the British right flank. So, in order to help frustrate that, these skirmishers are going to move out and see if they can occupy sections of that road. Oh, this guy's a column. There's some more skirmishers. Who's occupying Hougoumont? Skirmishers. Well, I'm going to send these out like the plagues of Egypt to try to frustrate the Frenchies. Hougoumont isn't that important. It actually doesn't do that much for you. Yeah, these are all skirmishers up the yin-yang here. So I'm going to send some of these guys out. I can only go out on this road. Then this column I'm going to put in Hougoumont. Okay, that takes care of that. Oh, I've got two batteries in the same hex. I usually don't like that. Oh, two here. Well, these guys are moving. This guy I'm going to move. Can I have limbered and unlimbered in the same hex? I don't see why not. It's 4 guns, but I hope the damn thing doesn't disorder. Nope, it didn't. Good. Because I'm going to move this battery over here. So I have 1 in each line. I don't like to have 2. Now the guard. I guess I have to put them in column too. I really don't want to put these guys in the line. I'd rather have them in reserve. But who am I going to put in their place? There's nobody around. Oh, these guys maybe. Yeah, but then they have to deploy out here. Because the French, first thing they're going to do is probably move up this road. Yeah, I'll have to put them in line. Maybe I can sub them out with some other division, but I kind of doubt it for a while. Now, this is low ground here. So this is good for two reasons. Okay, these guys are mounted. These guys are in column. Wow, there's a bunch of artillery here. Of course, it's unlimbered. So we've got to limber that out. That's going to the left flank, I think. Well, some of it is. Got two batteries there. Okay, this brigade is only 3 units. This is in column, that's in column, that's in column. Wow, that's fortunate. This is Grant's Cavalry Brigade. So we're going to see how far we can move. 2 hexes. Move this cavalry down here. We're going to hide them behind in some of this low ground here as a surprise for the Frenchies, and we'll hide the infantry in the low ground here. So if they pass by them without reconnoitering this low ground, I might be able to charge them with the cavalry or come out, start shooting at them with the infantry. Okay, so I'm going to need some ammo down here. What do we got? Another brigade here. Oh, King German Legion. It's got a good morale, B. Oh, that's what's grouped here. There's my replacement for the guard. Yeah, the guard's A+. King's German Legion is B, which is pretty good. They're in column too, damn. Well, let's get this supply unit off the road. Let's get them on the road. I'd rather put these guys in the front line than the guard. Oh, I better check the time here. I'm going to limit these turns to 1 hour. So it's 40 minutes. So we got 20 minutes. It's 20 after 11. Okay. All right. You can see this is a very big game. Well, I suspect We'll need some more cavalry on the right. These three are good. We don't need, oh no, we got more here. 4, oh, 6, 7. Oh, that's big. That's too big. We don't want to commit that much. But this other one is 7 too. Well, oh, what have we got here? Oh, engineers. No, that's infantry. Well, the red, oh, it even goes out to here. Well, the red one is closest to the, or is it? Looks like the yellow one is closest to the road. Well, I don't know. I think I'll get the yellow one going. Wow, that's pretty good on the road. I think it moves up to 3 hexes in the mud, but once I get it on the road, it'll really start to boogie. Okay, now this guy, I'm going to take off the road and put the rest of these yellow guys on this. It's actually a pike, which is nice. I'll put these guys on. I almost put all of it on the road except that one unit. Okay, now the red ones, let's group them alongside the road here. See if we can stack 2 of them up at once. Nope, apparently not. But we'll group them right along this road. They'll be like our strategic reserve. Oh. Okay. Now, what do we have here? Army Reserve. Cool. I'll grab that one for the left flank. Well, he almost got to the road. Oh, we have a nice brigade there. This is cavalry. Now these leaders, they're really only good for morale check or recovering from disorder. So I tend to put them in back of the line, so when I need them, either. Now this guy, I don't know. I think he's going to get disordered if he comes out on any side but this one. I hate these ridges here because a lot of them will disorder you. Now, we've got this green brigade we want to put right here, but this one, this like dark purple, will fit right in here well, I think. So let's get this guy out of the way. And he's in column. I can hardly believe it. Okay. Let's move the supply unit up. Okay. Now, good. Good. Who's under here? Oh, his battery. And here's the red ones. Okay, so all those guys are moved. Now we've got these guys up here. Who the hell are these guys? Oh, Brunschwig. Okay, these guys are good here. This will be like the flank, the right flank of the army. And these guys are actually in column, so they'll occupy the woods here. Oh, Hacklet. Hanoverians. Well, that's all I can move. I'm going to get them off the road next turn because these guys are coming through on the road. And then this guy, he's in column, good. So he can move up there. This engineer, he's only 75 strong. He'll occupy the village. We'll move the supply unit up there. Okay, these guys are almost deployed. And this leader, we always like to get him out of the way. We'll put him up there. And we'll put a supply unit up here. Okay, so what do we got left here? Well, these guys. What do we want to do? Oh, plus these guys. let's drop these guys down. And we'll only be able to move one hex to this cow path here, or trail, whatever you want to call it. We'll get them on that so they can move. These guys are too big to stack. Limbered. Okay. Doesn't want to move in there. I'll move this way then. Okay, now what do we have up here? Whoa, what are these guys? Well, that's a nice brigade. It's in column. Okay, we'll move them down the cow path till we get to the main road. We'll move them on the left flank. These engineers will go to the left flank too, but after this cavalry passes. God, those are big engineers. 275 men. Holy moly. They can fight. A lot of times, like the French engineers are like 75, 50 men. Oh, what am I doing here? Oh, I thought there was more up there. We'll move these guys down here. But we won't cross the road because this is low priority stuff. We don't need. We got plenty of supply in the line for a while, and you don't need it unless you're in heavy combat, and that's not going to happen for a while because of the ground conditions. It's going to take a while for everything to move up. Well, I do think I have moved everything for the Britskis except this stuff over here. And this is in column. Excellent. We don't care about... The reason these troops were here is to preclude the French from capturing this village and cutting the British off from their seaports. But we don't care about that. We're throwing everything into the fight. This guy looks like he has mumps. Yeah, they can have this village if they want it. We don't care. Okay. What about these guys? Oh, it's artillery. Okay, that's always useful. And then there's these guys. Ah, and they're in line. Why are you in line? I'm going to put all of them in column. And then I'll limber up this artillery. Okay. "55 minutes. Okay, I think we will stop it there. I'm just going to go over and look at Prussians. These guys are not fixed. In the other game, everyone was fixed. Oh, I'm happy to see these guys are not, although they're further away. Look at these guys. What the hell are they doing here? What kind of a position is this in the middle of the woods? They're not fixed, but it'll take them a month of Sundays to get to anywhere. And look at these guys. They're no better. Oh, we've got a cow path out of here. Jesus, look at all these units. Well, it's going to take a hell of a time to get these guys out of here. Oh, look, they're disordered already. They haven't, oh, well, maybe they, but these guys are fixed. Fixed means they can't move until they're unfixed. But these artillery is disordered. I guess it was disordered in the battle they had with Napoleon at Lanay. These guys are disordered. Cripes, I'll have to look at every single unit here to see if it's disordered or not. That kind of sucks. A lot of these guys aren't though, but Jesus, look at this road network in here. Does it stink? We've got one road. It's even a road. It's like a cow path, another cow path. We got the Frenchies right here. See, now Frenchies are on the good stretch of the road. Look at that. This is a decent road here. Well, Germans are going to have to block this area off. Otherwise the French will go around and down through here. Here's another path they can come up. And there's nobody even around. Jesus, this cavalry is in the middle of nowhere. I can't even get to this road. Oh, wait. I'll have to go down here to block that. So I guess the cavalry, the only way they can get there is to go down here and around. Hopefully nobody will be out here. I'll push some of these battalions out here. I'll sit on this forest, which will block the road. And then this cavalry can go down here and around, because here it can't get over this road to block that ford. Okay then, so we will save this and continue on tomorrow.